Thank you to our sponsor, the Home Depot.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here. Games every single day, and the best seat to keep up with all the action is right in your own backyard.
Big screen outside, grill going, neighbors and friends coming over to watch. Now that's how you host.
As an official supporter of the FIFA World Cup 2026, the Home Depot's got what you need to get the backyard match day ready.
That's right. Whether it's a projector screen setup, string lights, little patio furniture, the Home Depot will help you make your yard the go-to spot.
And with fast, free delivery on over 2 million items, you can focus on setting up the ultimate backyard fan zone instead of making trips to the store.
So, as we welcome the world to our backyard, get your home watch party ready with an assist from the Home Depot.
To learn more, visit homedepot.com/FIFA World Cup 26.
This podcast is brought to you by Colgate Total. We take oral health as seriously as you take sports. That's why Colgate Total Active Prevention uses advanced technology to help prevent oral health problems like cavities and gingivitis before they start. It's clinically proven to provide 24-hour antibacterial protection with twice daily brushing after 4 weeks of use. So get a winning routine and prevent oral health problems before they start. Shop Colgate Total Active Prevention at a retailer near you.
It's my favorite scene in the movie. How you doing, Tony? How you doing, little Tony? Bad. Yeah. Oh, why you? Well, everything's falling down around me. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry, I don't want to do your...
No, do it, please, please.
Everything's falling down around me. There's nothing I can do about it. Whose fault is it?
It's their fault.
It's not my fault. It's their fault. That's right. It's their fault. It's their fault. You have failed.
Let's do this thing. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen. A Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Nike. When the world says you can't win, Nike says, so win. We're your hosts. I'm Travis. This is my big brother, Jason. Out of the University of Cincinnati. Unfortunately, the Natty didn't make it in the fucking bracket, man. But still proud of the gang.
Is the other bracket still a thing? They still do the second
the NIT?
Bracket? Yeah.
The second tier bracket? You're fucking hilarious, Jason.
I'm just being honest. What else is it? I don't know.
I think they do.
They're still doing the losers bracket?
Dude, I used to hate that when we were little in baseball. Yeah. Like travel baseball, if you didn't make it into like the Final Four or something, you went to a loser's bracket just so you could play on Sundays.
Exactly.
I used to be like, man, I'm not trying to be in this fucking loser's bracket, fucking losers.
Pretty sure that's how everybody feels in the NIT.
Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcast. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. Jason, tell the people what we got coming up.
Oh, we got an incredible episode for you guys. First of all, we're going to look into some of the biggest news around the NFL, including free agency, which is pretty much the only news happening right now in the NFL. We're also going to kick off our first ever New Heights March Madness Bracket Challenge. That's right. You guys will be playing for the coveted New Heights Golden Cup. That's right. The winner is going to receive this 14-karat Golden Cup.
Look at that. That thing's pretty. Why is Jason the only one that has one of these?
We got a bunch of them. Do you want one?
Can I fucking have one, Jason?
Why are you asking me?
Get them all sent to your house?
I don't control these one bit.
I want a fucking Golden Cup.
Who's in charge of the Golden
Everybody
Cup
just sends all the trophies to Jason. You get the Stanley Cup, the Larry O'Brien, the fucking New Heights Cup.
Yeah, I don't know who controls the Golden Cup shipments, but we can get you a Golden Cup. We also are going to be getting the winner of our March Madness Bracket Challenge Gold Cup. I think there's going to be 2 Gold Cups. There's going to be a Gold Cup for the men's NCAA bracket and a Gold Cup for the women's NCAA bracket, but we'll get into that in a second. We've also got an amazing conversation with the one, the only.
Oh, yeah.
The Audi of Ben Stiller is coming on our podcast. That's right. The director of the hit show Severance is coming on New Heights to talk about that, among all of his other career accolades that we enjoyed growing up and since then. We talk about heavyweights, Tropic Thunder, pretty much everything that you'd want to know from Ben Stiller. We're going to get into it.
Hell yeah.
Also, happy St. Patrick's Day for those of you that weren't here at the top of the show, tuned in a little bit late. It is Monday, so we are filming this on St. Patrick's Day, although it will be releasing, I guess, while you're watching this, it's Wednesday. Yeah. Let's get it started, Trev.
Let's get it going, baby.
Time for new news.
New news.
New new news is brought to you by American Express.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to the biggest piece of new news, which is that we are once again an award-winning podcast. That's right. We are the iHeartRadio 2025 Best Sports Podcast Award winners. Thanks a lot, iHeart. Yeah,
Woo!
Baby. And most of all, thank you to all you 92%ers for tuning in each week and getting us to win this award. This award is really just a representation of all you people that tune in each week to listen to us two idiots talk about nonsense. So thank you for tuning in. We sure love doing this podcast. And the only reason we're able to do it is because all you guys listen. So very much appreciate it. And it's an honor, iHeart, that to receive this award on behalf of the 92%ers who make this podcast happen, as well as our amazing production crew, Wondery, Wave, everyone involved in actually making this thing watchable. Well done, guys. So yeah, let's move on to some free agency news. What do you think, Trav?
Yeah, let's dive into it, big dog.
All righty. First week in NFL free agency in the books. Again, this is being recorded Monday. So if something were to happen perhaps Tuesday or even Wednesday when the show comes out, we will not be talking about it in this show. And really, it's Wednesday at about 12:30. So something, this is Monday.
A lot of shit happening.
This is Monday, 12:30 Eastern. So there could be something that happens later today that we don't want to know about. But either way, to date, there have been some interesting things. We have a fan question about free agency from Jenna XKC. I think that's Jenna at KC. Okay, so I've wondered this. Do players not go to their new teams and tell their old team's plans? Like, how does that work? Actually, is there a rule or just common knowledge to respect the situation and nothing is discussed? I don't know if there's a rule that you're not allowed to disclose information, but I can tell you that everyone does disclose. And this is absolutely something that happens in the NFL, Jenna.
Yes.
Actually, a lot of the times you will see teams sign practice squad players 1 to 2 weeks before they play an opponent for this very reason. They want to get code words. They want to get information on no huddle plays, coverage signals. All of these things are being tried to figure out. Keywords that are set at the line. There's always information that they're trying to get out of players that have been in other organizations.
Yeah, I don't know if it gets to the point of like you're sharing all your notes that you took.
It probably does. It probably does get to that. So I bet guys will bring in binders.
I've never seen it to that point. Yeah,
I've never seen any of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
this all happens behind closed doors or something like that, where like a coach or the player is going to meet with somebody. I've talked to certain guys at other teams, like, hey, like I noticed that they do this blitz. Like, what happens? Is there a tell when you guys are doing this game or there? 9 times out of 10, it's not that useful what the defensive player is trying to give me.
I will say this. I was playing, I forget who it was, and I think Chase Daniel was on the sideline. I think it was Chicago. We might have been playing in Chicago. Nagy was there. Maybe Tyler Brave might have been on the sideline as well. I'm trying to remember who it was that called it out, but either Alex Smith or Pat Mahomes was up at the line of scrimmage. And he signaled a quick route to me, like a hot route to me, essentially, or verbally said something to me to tell me to like break off my route differently. And on the sideline, I see both of the quarterbacks screaming what that route was going to be.
Yeah.
And I'm just in my head, I'm like, God, you
son
of a buck.
No. Yeah.
I think it was preseason, but at the same time, like you're going to do whatever you have to do to win in your current situation. And if that's, finding a tick here and there from your previous situation and helping out your teammates in that regard, you're going to fucking do it, man. And I don't think there's any like bush leagues. Like, I don't think it's like going behind someone's back or doing it like,
I'm with you.
I don't know. I don't think it's wrong. If you hand over the entire playbook,
that's different.
I think that's a little weird.
Yeah.
But if you're just talking ball and you're trying to give your guys a heads up on like an audible or something like that, I think that's all fair game.
I think stuff that happens, I think I'm with you, Trev. Stuff that happens at the line of scrimmage, verbiage, signals, all of that stuff is usually fair game. That does happen in the NFL. Good question. And glad we got into it. All right. We also got some Cowboys Twitter fighting. Love when people fight on Twitter, just out in the open. It's the best, isn't it? DeMarcus Lawrence signs with Seattle, shits on Dallas on his way out the door. He's just kind of being honest. Clearly, a little bit unhappy with the way things ended. I believe he was quoted as saying, "Dallas is my home. My kids are in Dallas. My family's in Dallas.
But I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl in Dallas." Yeah.
Strong words. I mean, I think he's just being honest, but
yeah.
Micah Parsons clearly didn't appreciate that. This is what rejection and envy look like. This is some clown shit. Perfect. That's a good way to respond. DeMarcus Lawrence, calling me a clown won't change the fact that I told the truth. Maybe if you spent less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left.
Oh, wow. Man. Yeah, that's the old Twitter beef. Let me get you going.
What is the point of fighting on Twitter? Like, just out in the open for everybody to see?
Well, you know, Jason, you're a professional.
Nobody fights on Twitter, right? It's like when we were in high school and the kids would pull the fire alarm just so they could go out in the street and fight in front of all the students. Do you remember that? It was the best.
In front of the entire city.
Yeah.
Cleveland Heights is on Cedar and Lee, two of the biggest streets on the east side of Cleveland.
You guys could just go fight. You don't need to do this.
Nah, I need an audience.
I want everybody to see me whoop his ass.
They would do it in the middle of the street.
Not just a street, Cedar. Like the biggest, like one of the biggest ways into downtown Cleveland is just completely blocked out. It got so bad they had to put the cops at the intersection.
Yeah. No, well, it was stopping traffic. Gosh. People were trying to just, do their
cars
run
lined
their daily errands.
Cars lined up blocks down trying to do things.
4,000 kids out front watching a fight unfold in the middle of Cedar Road. Gosh, man. And then we just go across the street over to Wendy's and get a Frosty and some
then they stopped. Then they had to close Wendy's they wouldn't let kids walk into the Wendy's. You had to go through the drive-thru. Oh, better times. Love Cleveland Heights.
Gotta love the Heights, baby. Gotta love the Heights. We got a breaking contract news. We got some news in the contract world. The Bengals have fucking unloaded the Brinks trucks.
Love it.
And have signed both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to 4-year deals. Jamar getting $161 with $112 guaranteed, nice. Making him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. And then T. Higgins getting $115 million, respectfully, for his first 2 years guaranteed, fully guaranteed. So
good for the Bengals. I mean, I did not think they were going to be able to keep both these guys, and they're paying a hefty price tag to do it.
For those who are wondering, yes, Joe Burrow making $55 million per year, Jamar Chase making just over $40 million a year, and T. Higgins making close to $30 million a year. That's over $125 million per year in new money on just 3 offensive players. When you say it like that, that is fucking, it's bonkers. I'm not going to say it shouldn't be done. It's just never been done.
Yeah, but all of these things, there's going to be a never been done in a year or 2 years after this. The salary cap keeps going up. I think people don't realize often how much the contracts continue to go up for players over time. When I first got into the league minimum was $375,000. That's still a lot of money. Now it's over $700,000 is league minimum.
Yeah.
The average per year for the highest paid centers when I was getting my first deal done, my third year in the league, was like $6 million a year. Now the average of all the top centers is over 12. So in 10 years, it's doubled. Newsflash, this is going to get broken in another year or two just on how the salary cap keeps going.
I've never heard of this much of the salary cap being allocated to 3 offensive players.
The Cowboys did it with CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, and they're going to do it with Micah Parsons.
That's not 3 offensive players.
Okay, 3 offensive players. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, the Eagles got to be pretty dang close with A.J. Brown. Devontae Smith is going to be up for a contract soon, and Jalen Hurts. Get ready to see that one. Or they're going to let Devontae Smith go. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, Devontae Smith isn't making $50 million.
You don't think Devontae is going to get close to what T. Higgins is making? The only reason AJ isn't making 55 is because AJ got redone a couple years ago or last year.
I hear you. All right. He's still only making 30.
they're going to be up again here in another year or two, and I bet it gets close to this. We'll find out.
We're going to find out. I don't think they stay. But
it all happens like this, dude. I'm telling you. This is only going to. I bet this very metric gets broken within 3 years.
I bet you it never gets close. That 125 mil per year
to 3 offensive players.
And that percentage of what the cap is right now.
Well, we don't know
percentage.
Well, and this is another thing.
Will never be just 3 players ever.
Well, and this is another thing that I would like to stipulate. We don't even know what the percentage is for this year. These are the numbers of this arbitrary tweet that Brandon and Jake have decided to put into average per years. Nobody right here knows what they're actually being accounted for the cap. Nobody knows what the cash is. Nobody knows what the guarantee is.
Somebody can figure that out. It's all
and they will. And I think that
I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying that. Yeah.
All I'm saying is there's a huge disservice to the NFL free agency. It pisses me off so much listening to all of these people just say the average per year is this when all they did is divide the total money by 3. Look at this. By extending Jamar Chase to Higgins, the Bengals will actually lower both players' cap hits this season. Okay? Nice. So this is my whole point. People have no fucking clue what these numbers mean, and they just launch into these arbitrary things of like how much money. Anyways, just saying. Don't be misguided, people.
You got me. It sounds pretty ridiculous, but you got me.
I really do. And Trav, we talked about this. I think it'd be good to bring on somebody who really understands the salary cap and all, because I want to know it. I want to hear like what all these structures mean. Because I was talking to somebody the other day and they said it's all about cash. And like how much eventually that cash comes due and whatever you're paying, but there's ways to manipulate it, and it gets manipulated in signing bonus, in roster bonuses. Every team does it. Some teams have more cash to divvy out up front. I don't really know all the ins and outs of it, but I would love to have somebody on to explain to me, you, and the 92%ers what all these numbers mean. Should we do a NFL salary cap educational episode?
Or should we go and find somebody else?
Or should we just have a fun conversation with a former player and just dick around like always?
Yeah. All right. You guys let us know if you guys want to learn this stuff.
All right, cool. All righty, last bit of new news. Shout out Kyle Frazier, the kid who puked working out with Aaron Donald, but still finished the workout, according to him. He tweeted referencing the social clip that we released about Aaron Donald and him working out. He said, definitely a workout I'll never forget, but you forget the part where I got back and finished.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fucking talking about, big dog.
I love that, Kyle.
That boy, Kyle.
Dude, apparently this guy freaking plays college football now. That's pretty awesome.
Where's he at?
I don't know. Brandon, do we have that information? Georgia Southern playing college football down there. That's hot. Tell you what, I don't want to be in a Georgia Southern training camp. That's for damn sure.
Ooh, sir.
I'll be puking a lot.
Nice. Well, he had some experience about fighting through the pukage. That boy, Kyle. And that does it for new news. Brought to you by American Express.
Yeah, baby.
I think it's time to check out this interview you guys have been waiting for.
Let's do it. Just so you know, this interview was taped before episode 9 came out of Severance. So
yes.
We won't have anything from the most recent episode, but we do have some nice talking points and show references, as well as a whole lot of other Ben Stiller anecdotes in this episode. So you're going to want to watch this. Enjoy.
All right now.
Our guest today is from New York City. He's a 12-time Teen Choice Award, 13-time MTV Movie Award, MTV Generational Award, and Emmy winner. You know him from Heavyweight, Zoolander, Tropic Thunder, Dodgeball, Meet the Parents, and now the executive producer and director of Apple TV's hit show Severance. Please welcome to New Heights, Mr. Ben Stiller.
Let's go.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Welcome to the show, Ben. Appreciate you jumping on with us,
great to be with you guys.
It is so hard to figure out these intros when you have as much of a as much of a inventory of just hit movies.
Well, those are some pretty heavy awards credits there.
Yeah, well, and this was totally down.
Those are some pretty
big ones.
Not screwing around there. It's great. Yeah, you guys you guys are doing good with this podcast. You're having fun?
Oh, that for sure. Yeah. We started this thing up just trying to get our brotherhood out there. A lot of people see us as complete opposites, but you get us in a room, you'll see we're a lot more similar than what we are.
And you're a little bit older. What's the age difference?
2 years.
2 years.
Almost
2 years.
exactly.
Okay.
October 5th, November 5th.
All right. I'm November 30th.
Nice. Scorpio.
Right up there.
We just talked about we're big astrology guys.
Oh, yeah. No? Okay.
No, but
Yeah, I don't understand the astrology thing because it's like you have your sun sign, but then there's the rising sign and the moon, and it can, right? So
It can you got like really 3 signs or something like that you could be.
And I don't know. And how does it really, I mean, let's not get into it. My sister is really into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we can move on from astrology and move over to, we are going to give at some point we will talk about Severance.
Yeah, we got to.
So, and we might have some, so when we get to that section, we'll give you a warning because we don't want to ruin anything. The show is absolutely fantastic and there's tons of things going on. We don't want to spoil anything for anybody who might be just getting into it or isn't all the way caught up. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about your first bit of cinematic excellence, which maybe it's not, but it's definitely the one that sticks with us the most. And we quote nonstop, which is Heavyweights.
Yeah. And
did you know, first of all, before I said the movie, did you know I was going to say Heavyweights?
I had seen, I think I saw you had like a Perkins Power shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Brett V for that one.
And I'd heard some, rumblings that you guys were into it, which was pretty cool.
Oh, into it. It was my life. It was, listen, I was a heavyweight growing up. Jason, he didn't get fat until he went to offensive
We switched places.
We switched places growing up. So Jason's more newly founded into it. But
so seriously, you were dealing with weight issues as a kid.
He was chubby.
I think I was just, I was dealing with my love for honey buns. I think that's what I was kind of dealing with more. But no, I saw Heavyweights and was like, oh man, Camp Hope is like, if there's a camp out there like that, I want to go to it. Just kids that can be fat together and hide candy in their beds. And the kids that never like really lived up to the excellence of their brother and just the expectations that their parents set for themselves.
Yeah. I mean,
are you kidding? The Blob was a go-kart. Like that was everything a kid wanted to do it.
It was sort of, like a dream camp. But then, this guy comes in who never really dealt with children before.
Yeah. It's one of the funniest intros.
It was really fun to do. We had a great time. I mean, I remember the summer shooting the movie very well. We shot it down in near Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm still buddies with the guy who was my trainer when I was doing the movie. Mickey Marino. Shout out to Mickey, who's down in East Hendersonville. Yeah, it was just, but today, first of all, the fact that was a Disney movie.
It is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That was.
I chuckle at every time I see Disney across the top.
Yeah.
It's an edgy Disney movie for sure.
It's not Little Mermaid. And I don't even think they were aware of it at the time. It was a different time, right? It was pre social media. It was, I think there was less of a sort of a moment to moment awareness of, if you're doing something right or wrong and all that. So it was, and Judd Apatow was producing it. Judd and I were friends and had been working together on a show we had done and had gotten canceled. And I had gone and directed a movie, my first movie. And he said, hey, we're going to go down. Steve Brill's the director, really funny guy. We're going to go down to Asheville and do this fun, this camp comedy. You could play this like mean guy who, is mean to these kids who are overweight. And it seemed fun and funny.
I'm in. Yeah. It's right there.
And it was like, and it happens to be Disney, whatever. And I think they went off and they made the movie and Disney looked at it and was like, this isn't quite, this isn't down the middle for the Disney brand. And they kind of put it out there or whatever. And then that was it. You must have seen it on video, right?
Oh, 100%.
A few years after it came out or something, right? Because it's 30 years old.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
But then it's had
I saw
this
it later
life.
in the 90s for sure.
But yeah, it never would have gotten made today. And
why do you say that?
I think just because the character is being so mean to these kids who are dealing with weight issues that I don't think... But don't you think that's getting off the drawing board?
I understand, but I feel like the movie also inspired more people that were overweight. Like it really ends up being something that most of the people that I knew that were overweight, or it was like a healthy relationship with that at the end of the day. I do agree that Tony was not the nicest to the kids.
No, well, I think Tony is dealing with his own weight issues.
Oh, for sure.
Which is very clear. And his own feelings towards his parents, and also that he's a kid who never interacted with other kids. And, he wants to be famous. And, I feel for Tony. I feel like he's the most sympathetic character in the movie.
I was like, where did Tony come? Like, where did you find him? Is there any inspiration?
There was a little bit of Tony Robbins in there.
Okay.
Tony Robbins, the motivational guy, just in terms of the voice and how he talks. And his kind of weird sort of like Tony Robbins had this thing where he could sort of like, he could kind of like hypnotize you with his eyes.
Yes.
And I don't know, man. And then we just sort of like played around, and it's funny, like, cause I look back at clips, I saw a clip like behind the scenes on it, and I was like, God, we were so young back then too. Just like kind of just doing it, you know what I mean? And just kind of going for it. And you don't really think about it that much. And the kids were so much fun. And it was, kind of like every day we were just, and my folks were in it playing my parents.
That's so
and
cool, man.
We had the best time.
Let somebody sign your checks.
Oh yeah, don't let it.
Best advice I ever got. So I guess how much of that movie of Tony was being scripted, and how much of that is you off the cuff?
Just ripping it.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think like we were improvising all the time. It's sort of, I feel like there were some improv moments there. I think like that little moment where Tony goes and talks to himself when he's weighing the kids.
Somebody brought this up. It's my favorite scene in the movie.
He's asking this question.
How you doing, little Tony? Bad? Yeah. Why you? Well, everything's falling down around me. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry, I don't want to do your bit for you. But please. Everything's falling down around me. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, whose fault is it?
It's their fault.
It's not my fault. It's their fault. That's right. It's their fault. It's their fault. You have failed.
Yeah. The thing that's kind of funny to me about that scene is it was improvised. But if you've ever been in therapy or gone to therapy, that's a lot of people talk about talking to your inner child.
Oh, yeah.
And finding your inner child and connecting with your inner child. And over the years, I've been in a therapy session where the therapist says, like, you should go, like, let's talk to your inner child. Mm-hmm. And I literally feel like I'm just doing a scene from Heavyweights in my own therapy. So I always feel like it's just, this is kind of silly because I've literally done this in a movie where it actually made sense that Tony was able to talk himself into understanding that he is not the problem, they are the problem. And he helped himself. So in a way, it's a very healthy connection that he's having, with himself.
100%.
Well, with 100%. Himself. Maybe not with the kids, but with himself.
Well, no. And I think, the kids also, like, let's face it, the kids were cheating. They should have been following the rules. Right?
It's an interesting way to reevaluate this movie. They were the problem. They were the ones hiding candy.
Come on.
Not hustling.
If you go to a camp where you want to lose weight, you got to play by the rules, right? It's like if you guys show up at training camp, right? If you're not going to put the work in, right? Nobody's going to be able to force you to do it, right? You got to have the mindset.
Yeah, I definitely go to Chick-fil-A during camp, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't go to the meal room.
I know some guys that are probably hidden some stuff in their beds.
So it is kind of like being a camp when you go to training.
100%.
It is a little bit like
100%. Well, when he still goes away for camp.
Right.
Most teams don't go, like Eagles don't go away anymore.
I'm living in a dorm room.
Yeah.
White cement brick walls.
You get a single or a double, or
they actually put the double together.
Two singles together to make
and that's what I mean. Two singles together. So it's kind of it's a bit of like it's an experience like back in time.
And I'm not like a super football guy, but I know you guys plays. You have to like learn all the plays at training camp, and then those can be the plays for the rest of the season.
For the majority of it, yeah. You learn like the base installs so that everybody can get brought up to speed. And from there, you still create plays based off of the team that you're playing and what they've been doing. You try and scheme them up week by week. Right. So the playbook definitely expands after training camp, but for the most part, you get all the verbiage and you get the understanding of like formations and stuff. And then from there, all the plays kind of just get.
Is it different every year? Like the coach will come in with a new.
Yeah, I joke about Coach Reed coming in with like a index like stack like this big, just like a rubber band around, and you just see plays drawn up on him, and he's just like, "I got some good stuff, Kels."
But there is a lot of carryover. The majority of your staples should still stay the same, and the way the football coaches do, they have to teach it to all the new guys as well. So especially when you've been there for a long time, you start from square one in the offseason and during training camp. So at two different times of the year, you'll learn what we call this gap, what we call this technique, what we call this play, and every minor detail. So he's had Inside Zone installed to him.
I could go up there
over 35 times.
You know what I mean? Like,
what is inside zone?
Inside zone is when you give it to the running back at a more steep angle downhill. He reads the front side B gap to the backside A gap. Reads they're trying to run it towards a 3 technique to where we can get a double team up to the Mike backer. Hopefully you're
no. I knew that. I was just saying for this kind of inside zone.
For me, I'm typically on the backside of the inside zone.
And you double back. You definitely double back every time to the.
There we go.
That's right.
Double back. Always. There's always a
that
double back.
guy,
Yeah, better be.
Okay.
There we go.
It's incredibly complicated, isn't it?
I think it's
or is it? Or
it's
is it?
I mean, we're still football players. It's not rocket science.
I don't know if you've listened to a lot of football players talk. It's not that complicated, but
no. But honestly, I did once when we were doing Zoolander 2. Aaron Rodgers came to Italy, and
that's a complicated man.
Yeah,
that's a guy that knows a lot.
But I asked him, like, okay, how do you do that on the line when you're having to make those split-second decisions? And he said, like, it's really not. It's not as like complicated as they make it sound on TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but you're Aaron Rodgers. So
This is true.
It's a little bit, but it sounds like the same thing you're saying, which is kind of like you guys just have it for so many years, instinctually, you know it.
Yeah. There's a lot of carryover. Yeah. You learn it over and over again. So it becomes second nature, especially the verbiage aspect of it.
But it's
a guy like Aaron
right?
is another level of the intellectual ability for the game.
Right.
So obviously it's very much easier for him than a lot of other guys. But I do think that at the end of the day, a lot of there's carryover, the plays, you've run them a long time now, whether you start in college or high school or even before that. So you tend to retain all that knowledge. So it sounds complex to somebody who doesn't understand it, but I mean, a lot of it's just common sense though. Like if you're running a play where there's too many guys to run a play, it's like, yeah, we shouldn't run the ball over here.
Right.
Let's go run the ball over here. It's like, numbers and leverage ultimately come down to like what makes it football.
And surprise of it, right?
No. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge aspect of it. Yeah. Catching the defense off guard, not being predictable.
Yeah. Can I ask you one other question about football?
Are you kidding me? Keep going.
I love this.
This is as a fan, it's the pain aspect.
Okay.
As we watch numbed out, watching our TV sets, being entertained all across America and the world, you guys are just like smashing into each other and you just take it for granted as an audience member. But when you really look at it,
enjoy it.
But like, what is the reality of that in a game? Because you see it when you see the play where a guy gets twisted around and you see, God forbid, an awful, break or something. And you're like, oh my God, this is horrific.
Yeah.
But first of all, like, what does that feel like? And second of all, could a normal human being guy like me, I don't know why I'm posting it.
There's only one way to find out, Ben.
No. I don't know if you could, Ben, but Tony Perkis could definitely get out on that field.
Tony Perkis.
He has the insecurities necessary to achieve his football dreams.
Yeah. But like seriously, like what is the level of like what's happening there?
Well, I like especially when you get the ball, it's like you ever seen the bird scooters that go like 15, 17 miles an hour and you're just kind of flying around town? It's like riding one of those and then jumping off. And it's just like you take little collisions like that throughout the day and it's just fun. It's fun. And I feel like when you have pads on and you have the excitement of like the team and everything, you don't really think of like the camaraderie of the team and doing something for a bigger purpose other than yourself. Like you find like fun in competing with guys doing this. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I think when I was playing quarterback growing up, I didn't really have that much love for it. But once I moved to tight end, obviously my skill set was more suited for that. But I had more fun catching the ball and like kind of enjoying those moments where I could be physical. I could kind of like hit a guy because you don't get to just walk down the street and blindside a guy, right? You get to have fun.
You're allowed to
assaulting somebody. It's like
it's encouraged.
It's encouraged. So it's like you don't really think of it as like pain, although you do feel the discomfort after a game. And after like a season, you feel the wear and tear for sure.
But so the adrenaline is.
I was about to say, in the middle of a game, the adrenaline is so intense. You'll feel a little bit of pain, but it's not something that's going to be like that.
But you're like kind of on the line. You're just every play.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Look at this guy's neck.
I don't have any joy.
You see this guy's neck?
What's wrong with it?
It's pretty thick.
It's barely there.
Oh, I heard, yeah.
That is just. It's
arthritis.
You're showing off right now?
Well, I also think about the concentration that it takes to catch the ball, knowing there's a guy coming.
I think that's more intimidating than anything.
Have some fun with it.
O-linemen do.
I like to make them think that I don't know he's coming.
Okay.
Interesting.
I reverse it on them.
Yeah.
But I'm also known for like not even running my route. So I just I always like to keep them second guessing.
Keep the surprise.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Keep them surprised.
Did you ever want to play football?
I grew up in New York on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, not in a sports-oriented environment. I used to love to play basketball.
Nice. You've had some pretty iconic basketball scenes.
Yeah. I love basketball, but I didn't have the height or the, I'm Jewish. I can't jump. We're just not allowed. Yeah. I mean, so I wasn't like in that kind of environment, small Upper West Side private school, didn't even have a football team. Had a basketball team. I didn't make the basketball team. I think 14 kids tried out and 12 kids made it and I didn't make it. But it's okay.
I've been cut before too. Jason's never been cut.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand this.
I've never been cut.
But then Owen Wilson's buddy of mine, and he played sports growing up, and he always said I could have been like a little scat back type of guy.
Do you think you could get a yard in the NFL?
I could not. No, but I literally wonder what would happen, like if I could survive a play.
Well, I think we could get you a yard. The O-line could get you a yard.
Oh
I think so. You got enough athleticism.
What, you guys couldn't get Judge Jake a yard?
After that yard, I don't know what's happening.
If I'm behind you, all right, man, tush push with me.
There you go. Listen, Joe, I was about to say.
That's a for sure yard. It's got to secure the snap.
Well, you could probably like tush push me, just pick me up and throw me into the end zone.
Throw.
Push, tush, throw over the top.
Just turn Ben into the football.
Yeah.
We might have just invented a new version of the tush push.
Still or tush push. Okay.
So we talked about heavyweights, and you said it couldn't be made today.
Well, it could. Yeah, I don't think it would be made by Disney today. You know what I mean? But I think it could be made independently. Sure, if somebody wanted to go out and do it.
Bob Iger's not backing that.
I don't know, man. We should go and see. See what he. Yeah.
What about Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder. Yeah, I've been asked this question before. I think it would have a tougher time getting made today for sure.
I love that so much.
Yeah, just because first of all, like big comedies with big budgets like that aren't really being made as much, if at all. And Tropic Thunder did have some pretty edgy elements to it. At the time, it was edgy.
Edgy is a great word.
Did anybody complain? I don't ever remember anybody complaining about it.
Yeah,
really?
Complain. Yeah.
Never mind. I'm going to go back over here.
No.
You didn't think that?
No, in a bubble.
But in a different way, it was, again, this is, 15 years ago or something?
Yeah.
It was 2008 or something. It was like a different sort of reaction to things that wasn't as in the moment and as much of a kind of a waterfall of, reaction immediately. Yeah, no, I mean, my character that I played, Tug, was, playing this character of Simple Jack. Mm-hmm. That was,
that won't be tough.
That would got some blowback. From people. I showed the movie to the NAACP in LA before we released the movie just because of Robert's character that he was. And to me, the joke in the movie always was that these actors are trying to do anything they can to win an award and be taken seriously. So that to me, that was why it was always clear to me that's the joke of the movie.
Correct.
And I think people who get the movie get that. But you definitely want to like get a sense of how people are reacting to it. So, but that's what comedy is. You got to take chances. You got to put it out there. And yeah, we got a little bit of blowback. But as long as you're clear, where the joke is, and that you're clear about your intention, you can, then I think you can hear criticism and it can be valid, but you know where you're coming from and you can stand by it, which I do. I still stand by the movie. And I would hope that we could make another Tropic Thunder.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
So
I tried to show it to my kids. My oldest is 5.
Jesus, all right.
I wasn't trying to show it to him. I was just putting it on. The girls walked into the room.
What was
Jake
the
and
review?
Brandon, it was not good. It was during the Tug had just lost his hands.
Oh my God.
It was early on. Intestines are all over the place. Kylie, I forget Kylie's exactly. Do you remember what Kylie said other than turn this off right now?
You'll be getting the therapy bill from your kids in about 15 years. Yeah.
No doubt. Do you have a favorite comedy movie you've made?
Oh, that I've made? I mean, Tropic Thunder for me was like one of the most fun experiences just because we were all together. It was such an amazing cast just to be with those guys. And it was an idea that I had from back in like 1987.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
so cool.
then we finally made the movie in 2007. So
Holy
literally
cow.
had been sort of gestating that long.
Yeah.
So to actually be making it was sort of surreal that we were finally doing it. So for me, that experience was one of my favorites. And yeah, but like, yeah, you know, doing Meet the Parents with Robert De Niro will always be an incredibly exciting thing that happened, you know, and kind of surreal because I just love him so much.
Yeah.
And then getting to, I mean, I don't know. It's every time you're in it, it's always different. I don't know if you guys are like this when you're doing your thing, but like you're in it and sometimes it's hard to appreciate it when you're in it because you have to be focusing on what you're doing.
Rolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
I don't know, because they always say like football players or even any athletes say like go out there and have fun. Is that a real thing?
I feel like I play my best when I'm out there just enjoying the moments with the guys. And it's 100%. I don't like to kind of look at things as it's complete or like I'm more in the moment trying to think about the next play, trying to think about the next like way we're going to attack them, how I'm going to handle this situation and think about that than I am like, man, this is sweet.
I do think though, that's why they tell you to have fun. Because it's so easy to lose track of the fact that we're all playing a game and this should be fun.
Right.
You get bogged down on where you're at and trying to remember the play or the moment, what's it down and distance, all these things. You lose track of the fact that like, if you guys are genuinely enjoying being out there and having fun, there's an enthusiasm and an energy that permeates and makes everybody usually perform better.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that I watch Trav. I've always been like, for some reason, it always looks like he brings that out on the field. And there's certain guys that have a tendency, you just watch a game and people gravitate towards them. It makes them feel like they're kids again. And as a player, where for me, I oftentimes wasn't that. I always appreciated playing with those guys because it made me feel like I was playing in the backyard with my buddies again.
Right. Yeah.
And even though we're in front of this huge stadium or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And you see the joy that you have when like, I mean, obviously end zone celebrations or just when first down or something like that. But I think, you know, that enjoyment of connecting with your teammates and doing the work in the moment and like it working when you like, you know, complete a play that works. I have that same appreciation when I'm working on a movie that the enjoyment of the process.
Heck yeah.
And actually for me, that's my favorite part of all of this is being in process with something or sitting in the editing room and cutting together a sequence, putting some music on it and feeling it come together. That to me is the best. Yeah. And that is important, I think, to have that appreciation of the process because, you know, with a movie or something like that, it comes out and then people either like it or they don't like it. And you have no control over that, right? It's just going out into the world. But the process is what you experienced and what you own. And so you have to enjoy that because the rest of it is sort of then you're at the whim of like, you know, what people thought. And that's by the way, that's like trial and error for me over the years.
Oh, 100%. I've learned that throughout the course of my career. I came in wanting to have all the stats, wanting to have all the acknowledgement of he's a great player. And I mean, I've been fortunate to like get a lot of those stats and have successful years and win Super Bowls. But at the same time, when I'm like kind of like in it, like I find more love building that piece than I am just kind of looking back like, oh man, that's awesome. Like it was more just like the feeling of doing it with them in the moment that just like really, that's where it's most enjoyable for me.
I actually remember when we were doing Tropic Thunder talking to Robert Downey about it because at that point, I think he had just done Iron Man, but it hadn't come out yet, you know, and he had this interesting trajectory to his career where, you know, he had a lot of acclaim and then he went through a lot of challenges and then, you know, and then Iron Man came out and kind of like revitalized his career.
Yeah.
But as an actor, he's always been like one of the best actors ever. And I remember talking to him when we were doing the movie about this sense of sort of like we've worked you and I, we've all worked really hard over the years because this is, you know, we'd already been doing it for whatever, like 25 years probably or whatever. And so the enjoyment of knowing that you put in a lot of work and then having a freedom to then go and put something out there and try things and do your thing with a sense of,
man. That had to be such a relief to just be able to cut it loose like that.
Yeah. An appreciation of that. Say like, yeah, I have put this work in. And it's not like an ego thing. It's more like, hey, okay, we're here and we've done this a lot. And it's what you were saying about putting those work in on those plays your whole life. Then you kind of can go out there and let go in a way and appreciate the fun of that too, right? While you still are locked in and trying to do something new and hit the next, level. And I think that's an important thing in the process to appreciate.
You fucking hit it, dude, because that movie is classic. How did you get Tom Cruise to jump in on this, dude? I mean, the star-studded like lineup.
This is a crazy one. I mean, Tom and I knew each other a little bit because we had done, I've been a fan my whole life. And, just watching his movies forever. And I'd met him a few times over the years. And we did a little short for MTV Movie Awards. This is like 25 years ago, I think, because I was on my honeymoon. We came back from our honeymoon in Australia to do this thing with Tom where I was a stuntman. I pretended I was a stuntman.
I remember this.
And
it was so good.
This was Mission Impossible 2. And we had so much fun doing that. And then a few years...
Finish your own sentences.
Finish sentences, right. Yeah, it was so fun and weird doing that. And then, we stayed in touch. And this was, again, a few years go by. And actually, we'd been talking about trying to figure out something to do, but hadn't figured it out. And then I was working on the Tropic Thunder script, and I had actually done a home movie for my wife for her birthday that was a takeoff on the show 24. Okay. And it was called 17, where it was 17 minutes long. And it starred my brother-in-law, Brian Taylor, who happens to be here today, who's not an actor.
Shout out to Brian.
Yeah, Brian is the worst actor ever.
Which can also be really good at times.
Yeah. They have an alarm company in Allentown, Pennsylvania. He's not a professional actor. So the fun of the joke was, let's put him in a movie with like real actors. And he was obsessed with Tom's speech from A Few Good Men. Oh, yeah. Or the Jack Nicholson speech from A Few Good Men that he gives to Tom Cruise, where he says, you can't handle the truth, right? I said, Tom, we're doing this home movie for Christine. Would you maybe come and do like a scene in it where my brother-in-law is going to recite the Jack Nicholson speech to you? And he said yes.
And there's video evidence.
Yes, there is video evidence. And he came down and he was so professional and like it blew my mind. He was so awesome. Good. And Brian did the speech to him. And then amazing. We had so much fun doing that the Tropic Thunder came up. I called him. I said, look, are you interested in this movie? And he looked at it and he said, you make fun of the actors, you make fun of everybody and the agents and all that, but you don't make fun of the studio heads. You should have a studio head. So it was his idea.
Oh my gosh.
That character.
What?
That character did not exist before he suggested it.
I feel like it is such and
then it became such an important part of the story. And this was 3 months before we started shooting the movie. And we rewrote, Justin Theroux and I were working on it, Eitan Cohen, and Justin and I rewrote these scenes and put them in. And then Tom said, also, I feel like I want to dance in the movie. I just want to dance. So this was purely like his instinct.
I have a bodysuit on.
Yeah. And then we did a makeup test
and go crazy.
Yeah. And we put him in the makeup and he started dancing in the makeup test. We gave him some Diet Cokes to crush. And then we put, and then I think I put Get Back by Ludacris in the makeup test. And I was like, this could be really fun.
So good. So good.
And he came in and just, so it was pretty crazy how that happened.
That's awesome. That is crazy. Yeah. How did Brian do in his speech?
Brian, well, he was perfectly bad, as he should have been.
That'll Brian. God damn, that's good stuff. I got to ask you more about your basketball love, or your sports love. So you were at the Oscars not too long ago, getting hype about the Knicks win. Let's go. Yeah. Not sure if it was even an important game. It was just like, you watch every game like that?
I do watch every game.
Nice.
I do. Yeah. I'm the last few years, look, I've my whole life I've been a Knicks fan. Last few years have been pretty exciting.
Heck yeah.
So many years in the wilderness, especially like the last 10 years before this. Yeah. I try to watch every game, and I now have realized I have to actually put the games into my schedule. Even if I'm not going to them, just to watch them,
just to catch them,
not plan a dinner. Because I start to resent that I'm at dinner. So I knew that the game was happening during the Oscars, and then I was focused on doing the thing at the Oscars, and then once it was done, I was leaving, and after I'd done my thing, I was going back to my hotel, and I realized, oh my God, the Knicks game is on. So then I checked it, because I hadn't checked it the whole day, or even been aware of it as much, to be honest. But I knew it was happening. And then I saw the Knicks had won. And I was like, oh, this is great. I just finished the Oscars and the Knicks won. I'm happy. Knicks win.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess somebody picked up the fact that I had been like at
Bro,
the
you're
Oscars
backstage right now.
Yeah. But I mean, I genuinely do, I went to the Lakers game where Brunson got injured and, I genuinely love going to the games. I feel like
I've always told myself I want to go to a game in Madison Square Garden. It was actually a big reason why I went to Cincinnati, was because the Big East championship is in the Garden. Yeah, I've always imagined the Garden as like, obviously the Mecca, but it is like the top of like the basketball culture where it gets rowdy. No, I haven't been to a game yet.
Oh, okay.
And I've been telling myself I'm going to go when the Knicks are good and it's rocking. And it's just been like,
you have to come to a game.
I have to. I know.
Well, why don't you come to a game?
I'll tell you what, the Cavs meet the Knicks in the playoffs. Yeah. Because that thing, I want it to be like the Knicks. I don't know if it's like that every single game, but I know when it's an important game, that thing is like,
it's honestly, like
you can see it on TV
when any game, if it's a good game, it goes crazy. Yeah. Like it's just so intense.
Yeah.
But the playoffs, there's like nothing like when they beat Philadelphia in the playoffs last season.
Oh yeah.
And Dante DiVincenzo hit that shot. I don't know if you've ever that play, but like I never felt epic. Anything like it. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Jason talk about it all the time. There's no better ticket in sports than courtside at an NBA game.
There's nothing better, right? Because you're so close to it.
Yeah, you're right. That was the first time I went back. Travis had courtside tickets to the Cavs for the second half of the season every year.
When Brown was there.
Yeah, when the Browns. So
I haven't been able to get back.
He lets me borrow a couple of the tickets. I go there. And that was my first time realizing, oh my God, these guys are like so much better athletes than football players. Like they're moving so fast.
It's like they have springs on their feet.
Right. Yeah. It was just in the size.
Yeah.
Like I think it's easy. It's harder when you're brought back from it to really realize how big and athletic
you don't. Yeah, for sure. But
when you're on the court, it's like, oh, that guy is high.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even just seeing LeBron in person, like I was watching the other night. I mean, he's just so big and he's so strong and he gets the ball and all of a sudden it's just like the tension level goes up and the defender gets up on whoever it is because it's like LeBron's got the ball and he's like, he can impose his will still.
And he's 40 years old doing it.
Yeah.
This is insane.
He did a spin move and a dunk and I was like, I've never seen that done before in my life. Like,
no, it's very impressive.
Would you rather win an Academy Award or Knicks win the NBA championship?
I don't know. I mean, I think the Knicks, realistically, I think the Knicks winning a championship is in the cards.
All right.
So I'm definitely down for that. Yeah. But if I was forced, definitely, and I've heard Jon Stewart was asked this question and he said Knicks too. So I'm not going to not say Knicks.
All right.
But I also feel like I really think like at the end of the day, if I knew that I had the choice, I would give it to the Knicks. Because I knew at least I had the choice.
Yeah.
In this weird
hypothetical
non-real situation.
But it means a lot to a lot of people too.
No.
Like it's like it's like
I don't care. Yeah. The Knicks winning a champion, like it's still a little bit like it seems a little bit like, oh my God, I can't imagine that. But we're just starting to feel like it. But then always something happens where
I mean, Cleveland was there for forever too, so I get it.
Cleveland is having an incredible year.
Oh, I'm fired up.
Yeah, incredible.
We're just talking about it. Jason's kind of like here right now with basketball, and I'm just like, dude, just watch the Cavs.
Keeps telling me I got to get back.
And Donovan Mitchell is a New York guy too.
Yeah,
and he's just incredible.
Stud.
So and they've got a great thing going on.
See, we kind of got on the basketball kick. I got to talk about one of my favorite scenes that you directed in Cable Guy with Jim Carrey. Him coming into the gym.
The basketball.
The basketball scene with him coming into the gym. I don't know if you understand. You had everybody trying to jump off of their friend's back to dunk the basketball. And I just remember it never working. It's not like in the movie, he was like a trampoline. Like I was like, oh my gosh, if I could do that. Like I told you I was a little bit heavier. I was always like twice the size of all my friends. And I was like, dude, just get on all fours. I'm going to jump off your back.
It really makes no sense,
at all.
That move. Yeah.
But it was so funny.
I remember we were like, like Jim, we wanted to come up with like some insane set piece where Jim would just be, just the biggest kind of asshole guy who comes in to play a pickup basketball game. Yeah. And Jack Black, I guess, is like, he runs up on Jack Black. But I I remember we put like an Apple box or something next to Jack. It was very low tech. There was no like if we did it today, there would be like CG and it would be like, it was just a very like kind of like simplistic way of doing it, where he's like on an Apple box right behind him when he jumps up. But then, and then he shatters the backboard. I remember that.
Gosh,
but we had such a good time making that movie, and Matthew Broderick is so funny in it. And and Jim is just insane. Have you ever had him on the podcast? He's so he's so funny. I mean, he's like one of those guys who'll just do something to make you laugh, and then he'll just keep doing it until you stop laughing. It was fun to just be working with him at that moment where he was just sort of like willing to like take any chance and just do whatever he thought could be funny, and we were just having a great time together.
Hell yeah. We kind of touched on it before in terms of writing for yourself or for guys that kind of just have like those instincts of like improv. How much of it is hard as a director to control that, to try and keep the script how much do you juggle with that as a director?
I did a movie once, Mystery Men. And
dude,
are you kidding?
I just did it. Just one time back in the day.
I forgot about that movie.
It was not a blockbuster at the time.
Yeah,
but one of the actors was not as into improv, and a lot of the other actors were, and we were kind of figuring it as we went along, and that ended up sometimes being a thing.
Gotcha.
Where that actor would want to just like, hey, can we just
do what we planned?
And by the way, a great actor, just it wasn't his process as much.
Yeah.
So.
You'd be surprised. You do it on the football field too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is a king
like you
improv
said,
right here. Big time improv.
I'll improv.
Does the coach get mad or not?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes.
You get that look. He gives you the eyebrow look.
But then he gets happy.
Never do that again.
When it works.
Right.
When it
He's
works.
happy when it works. Right.
I'll come to the sideline.
Just
don't ever do that again, Travis. Got it.
He's got a good commercial career going too.
Yes, he does.
He's a Hollywood guy right there. You know what I mean? He gets it. He gets the entertainment aspect of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Nuggies, man. No, he's killing it.
Speaking of Severance, it is time that we put this disclaimer out. All right. Okay. We're at the point of the show where we're going to talk about Severance, folks. We're going to do it in a segment called We Gotta Ask. You don't have to answer, which I think there's going to be a lot of these you probably aren't going to answer. Basically, we're going to ask you a bunch of questions. You tell us what you think of it. You can tell us to fuck off, whatever you want.
Okay.
And since you've been a great guest, we're going to get to this section while having our very own waffle party.
Oh yeah. So
what was the inspiration behind the waffle party?
This is a Dan Erickson who wrote the pilot and is the creator of the show. And we've been working on it together over the years. He has a brilliant mind, and waffle party being I don't know where that came from in his mind as the celebration
reward,
when the reward when you get to a certain point.
It's not a pizza party. It's a waffle party.
These might be a little
raspberries.
But for a long time in season one, we didn't know what the waffle party actually was. Eventually, we defined it in the the second to last episode. But it was fun to think about what is a waffle party? What's the metaphor? What is the what does that mean?
What does it mean?
Well, I mean, I think it's more than just waffles.
Yeah.
Is what I feel.
Okay.
It's like, what would be the best reward you could have if you're working in this place every day and you don't get to leave, and you're a human being, and so somewhat party aspect. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. I'm about to start having waffle parties all the time now with no underline.
Great. Wow.
It was just so funny because it felt like childlike.
Yes.
And these are grown adults who are subjected to, in some way, slave labor as innies.
Well, they're kind of like kids because they've only had consciousness for a short amount of time.
Right.
And they don't really have any freedom. And they're told, a waffle party's like the best thing.
This is it.
These are good, though.
I'm just going to butter it up just a little bit.
Are waffles on your training camp menu?
I'll tell you what, there was a Waffle House
camp,
next to Lehigh Valley where we had training camp back when it was remote. That was our Chick-fil-A. That's where we would go.
Now, a lot of the shots in Severance, we were talking about symmetry. The opening episode, everything is just so I just feel like it was so thought out, and the colors that you chose, the building blows my mind. Is that how much was it of it was like a studio set, and how much of it was like an actual building that you guys found? Because the inside of that building was so big, the shots seemed so massive, and it seemed so epic.
Yeah, that building is a real building. It is huge. It even is bigger in real life when you go there than it feels on, I think, when you see it on the show, because it's just
ceilings are so freaking
it's
tall.
in New Jersey. It's in Holmdel, New Jersey. And it's now like kind of like an office complex in a mall, but it used to be the head of the headquarters of Bell Labs.
Okay.
And they developed the transistor chip there, I think in the 60s. So it's that's why the water tower there has that interesting shape where it kind of looks like a transistor.
Yeah.
And when we found it, Jessica Lee Gagne, who's our cinematographer, we were Googling stuff and she found this place and we looked at it from above and it looked like this giant sort of like almost like an egg shape with this, or the building was there and then the parking lot was like an egg shaped oval around it. And we're like, this is so crazy, this view and this shape. And then we went there and it was just gigantic and kind of empty. So, and nobody had filmed anything there. So when you're making movies and you find a location, you get so excited when you find a really cool location that nobody's ever filmed at because you don't want to have something that's been in another movie.
Yeah.
And so when we found that was the first thing we found. And then we designed the sets and all the interiors and everything are on sound stages that we shot up in the Bronx. But that was like the design sort of, the first sort of inspiration for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
And it was a guy named Eero Saarinen, who's an architect in the 50s who made that building.
Did you always imagine the characters having that fun kind of comedy banter? Or like, because it's a very serious show, or at least it feels very like.
No, you're right though. Like in the when I read the script that Dan wrote, it was a pilot. He wrote a spec pilot on his own that he brought to our company. When I read that banter, it reminded me of shows I love, like The Office or Parks and Rec. This back and forth thing that they had. And what was so fascinating to me was, these guys are like doing this kind of funny office humor, but yet they don't know who they are, why they're there, what they're doing.
It's so good.
Yeah. They don't know anything. It's like, so that's like this weird sort of Twilight Zone aspect to it. And it's very surreal and kind of abstract in a way of like, well, what is going on here? So that humor and that office workplace thing is actually for me always been sort of the core of what the show is. And then it's definitely developed into what it is.
That's awesome.
Are you surprised by the fan base the show has built up? Sorry, I do not want to take away from the waffles. Yeah.
Ah,
that raspberry butter,
sweet
delicious. Strawberry butter.
I haven't had a waffle and I think since we shot the waffle party.
I was about to say, you had to jump in there.
When we shot the waffle party, we had these waffles.
No.
And I was like, I got to have a taste of one of those waffles. And that was like 3 years ago.
Old time's sake.
Yeah, it's crazy because we were off the air for 3 years.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. And
it was incredibly infuriating as a fan of the show.
Well, I appreciate that you were a fan from the first season because a lot of people didn't discover it until now.
I told so many people, have you guys seen this show on Apple TV? Severance? Like, it was like all I could think about.
Thanks.
And you did a great job of leaving on that cliffhanger with Mark at the birthing cabin.
He's at Devin and Rick and he's like, she's alive. And,
that's right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when is this next episode going to come out? When is the next season? And I know.
When we got hit with the strike, there was a writers and actors strike. Yeah. And it took us a little bit a while to kind of like regroup after that. And the show, I think we shot for 186 days on season 2.
Yes.
So there's a lot of shooting and editing takes a while. But thank goodness that the audience was there when we came back on. And
I mean, it almost built the suspense up even more.
Yeah.
And I think everybody just kept talking about it.
And the challenge was just to get people who hadn't seen the show to watch the first season. Mm-hmm. So Apple did a really good job, I think, of getting the word out. And we did as much press as we could. But also 3 years later, Apple TV Plus is actually a different it's a different situation there now because they have more viewers too. Because when we started out, we were one of the first shows.
That's a good point.
I didn't even think about that. That's pretty cool. Talking about kind of doing some promo for it. Was the art museum setup? Was it even at an art museum? It was like a pop-up like office setup. Oh yeah, was that like the weirdest promo you've ever done for a show?
That was really crazy. We set up the office cubicle in a glass cube in Grand Central Station.
That's where it was, Grand Central Station.
And it was an idea that they had, and Adam Scott said, well, if the real actors can go in there and do it, and the fact that they were willing to go in there, I said they have to do it for like at least 3 hours. Because like it just has to be enough time that people can be walking by and just go, what's that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, people going home from work. Like, wait a minute. Like people who knew the show, people who didn't know the show. And of course, people started filming with their phones and stuff. And it did become a viral thing. And that I think ended up probably getting more attention than if we had just done a premiere
or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and because
cool.
it was so organic, and it was so much fun to watch them just in this cube, because the actors just started improvising and doing
I was going to say, was there a script? What were they even like told to talk about, or even could they even be heard?
They couldn't be heard, so they knew that. So they had that freedom, and they knew that they were going to be in character. So they're actually doing, Dylan and Mark.
Yes.
And Patricia came in as Miss Cobell, and she started throwing stuff at Adam and made him stand in the corner. And there was just like so many funny moments. But I knew as actors, they were just going to sort of fall into it because it's like what you do. So like, it's like for them, it's like, okay, this is like a performance art piece. And they had so much fun with it. And I was just like watching, taking pictures. And yeah, it was awesome.
What's it like directing something as complicated in some ways, meticulous as Severance?
I mean, it just becomes, I've been directing for most of my life, I guess. And I love it so much. It's such a collaborative experience. You're working with cinematographers, the production designer, costume designer, actors, editor, all these people. It's a group effort. And I love the process, what we were talking about earlier. So for something like this, when you have everybody who's sort of like focused on this vision that Dan laid out in his script, everybody's working sort of like towards the same goal. And you want to get people to just be as creative as possible and work with people who you want to bring as much of their own personal sort of inspiration to it.
Sure.
So I think that's like a big part of it. And then it's basically been my full-time job for the last 5 years, and I've loved it. It's just, you go to work every day, and you have your, whatever scene you're going to approach. I think acting is harder, honestly, when you have to get in front of a camera and like show up in the morning and do an emotional scene where you're going to break down crying in your car or whatever it is. That's challenging.
Heck yeah.
As a director, you can come set up the camera, try to help the actor as much as possible, create an environment, but they have to do that thing. And so for me, using that part of my brain as a director, I really enjoy because in a way I feel like, every day I kind of know what I'm going to be doing. Acting stresses me out a little more because, it's like, oh shit, I have that scene today where I have to pull that up. And and I really admire, and maybe it's made me admire actors so much more as a director, just working with them, because I just see when you're doing both, because over the years I acted and directed in a lot of movies I made. When you're really just directing, I think you can just focus on what you're doing, be there for the other actors more, and be connected to the crew and sort of adjust things. And I love the process of it. And by the way, I just have to say we have other great directors. Jessica Lee Gagne, our cinematographer, directed our episode 7 that just came out.
So many cool shots in this. Like, I'm just blown away by some of the shots. We have
amazing people working on the show. And
come back of Harmony Cobell.
Yeah, Patricia Arquette.
Oh my gosh. That was, I don't know if anybody saw that portion of it coming because there wasn't a lot of hints to that.
To her going back to her last episode?
Yeah. I don't know what, but what is, I don't know. I feel like there's more questions now than there were before.
Exactly. But that's kind of the fun of, and I can only imagine how fun that is, trying to keep that question in the air, like the underlying meaning of everything and the theories. Have you heard of any like fan theories that you're like, ooh, that's a good one, didn't even think of that?
Yeah, there's so many on this show. People put out, there's so much fan art and fan edits and theorizing and podcasts about it that I try not to get into it.
I consume a lot of them.
I try not to, because we have to focus on what we want it to be. Mm-hmm. But of course you hear ideas that are like really interesting. And you go, oh yeah, that could actually be something. But you don't want it to really influence like what we're doing. But yet you are aware of the audience. You want the audience to enjoy the show. But everybody seems to have a different way into the show too, and different things that they love the Mark Helly relationship. They love the Mark Gemma relationship. They love Miss Cobell or Milchick, So what's interesting is you make the show. We made the season. We basically locked the season and finished in, I'd say, like September, October. And I was doing some mixing and visual effects stuff through the fall. But it's done. So, as you're watching people react in real time, it's not like, like, oh, you're watching a sports team where you go, they really should have this guy play that position, or, you can't make any changes. It's all set in stone.
Done,
So I'm watching people react and they go, oh, this episode was the best episode, or I really didn't like that episode, or I wonder what's going to happen, or they should do this or that. I'm like, well, it is what it's going to be. Next week is going to come out.
You're going to find out. I mean, that has been something like, especially you go knee deep in the theories each week.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch. Oh, well, that didn't end up panning out. Now we're on to the next theory.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And so we know what it is and like what we've done for the season. And I'm just watching in real time because it's not a binge show too. It's coming out week to week. Mm-hmm. So that's very different too, as opposed to, if you're watching something where you can watch every single episode, people can then go like, oh, that frustrated me. I'm going to watch the next episode and I get the answer I wanted. But here you get people for like a whole week going like, oh, is it going to go this way? Is it going to go that way? Or that frustrated me. So it plays out differently than I think once the show's out in a couple of weeks, then people will be able to binge the whole thing. And that'll be a different experience for them watching it too.
Yeah.
I have 3 people who I show the show to when we're in process, which is my wife, my son, and my daughter.
Nice.
So
they get the family, yeah.
So
they have all the answers.
Well, they see it as like, I'll show them a rough cut. Oh, Brian too. Brian I've showed, right? Yeah. And so I'll get feedback from them, but you can't show everybody the whole series. So you can only pick a few people who you go, okay, do you want to watch cuts as we go along?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta be exciting.
Yeah.
Talking about some characters, Adam Scott.
Yes.
Absolutely kills it.
He's amazing.
Was he always kind of the first choice? I don't want to bring that. He was always the first choice for you? Or?
He was always the first choice for me from the second I read the pilot script that Dan gave me. And I think Dan had been thinking about him too. And I reached out to him immediately. And then Apple had some other ideas about casting it. And I was very firm. Like I really felt Adam was the guy. And Adam luckily stuck with it and stuck through with me and ended up doing it. And I'm so happy because and again, for that same reason of like the office workplace comedy vibe that he brings, but I also know he has this deeper thing underneath.
Oh yeah.
And to watch him really embrace that over the course of making the show, and even just the way he approached playing outie Mark and innie Mark, his voice, his physicality, it's all so different, and he really works so hard to do that. And he's also like this crazy, like robot actor guy who can do anything. Like I mean that in a good way. Cause like you say robot actor, but like he is so specific and so precision in terms of being able to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
Like he can make an adjustment that's sort of just like a thing where like, if you could just like lean a little to the right because the camera sees this behind you and still do the moment, or, just he's amazing.
Well, yeah, that's awesome.
All of the actors are fantastic.
Yeah. And John Turturro and
Irv,
never worked with him before. And he's just an intense, great guy.
The outdoor episode the Catskills.
Yeah.
That moment with Helly.
Yeah.
And speaking of like even Helly and Helena.
Yeah.
The facial expression change.
Britt this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This year, Britt having to play Helena and Helly. Yeah. And again, the same thing Adam has been doing. Mm-hmm. But these actors are thinking about the characters so deeply that they always come in with so many great ideas. And I really listen to them. Even in just on story level, just tone, everything, they understand it so well. So, we'll be talking about an idea for a scene and Adam will say like, I don't know if that really feels like Severance to me, and it's hard to define it sometimes, but it's that kind of thing. Also, when you're trying to push the boundary a little bit and take some chances like we've done in season 2, you're trying to define like, okay, does this still feel like the show? And I think when you trust your actors and you know that they have a sense of who they are in the show, I really rely on that a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's ask the biggest question, maybe. Would you get severed?
Would I get severed?
You have potentially more information for where this goes.
Yeah. The idea of it does not seem like a great idea.
No. It's a lot of control you're giving up.
Yeah. I feel like, so for me, it's no, because like I want to experience my life, the life that I have left to live, right? Because like we're here for not so long. Like I want to feel it all.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many metaphors for severance in life though, right? In terms of how we suppress or cut off,
compartmentalize things,
exactly. And I feel like, people do that in all different sorts of ways. And I, and I probably do that in my life in a lot of different ways.
I had a great text from a really good buddy of mine who played in the NFL, also served the United States Army. He said, you won't accomplish anything worth having in life unless it was hard getting it. And it's kind of like, I feel like Severance, a lot of the themes are like, and it seems where it's going is being severed from all of these painful, traumatic things, but you lose sight of the fact that these painful, traumatic things are part of living life and they're necessary to have. And it's it's an undoubtedly no answer for that reason. But
I think that's very much about what the show is. Like it's this life is, pain is such a big part of our experience. And of course there's that duality thing of like, well, you can't have, pain and enjoying life, these things are separate, right?
Yeah.
Pleasure and pain, but like you can't have pleasure without pain.
What is pleasure without pain?
Yeah. What is it, Jason?
I don't know.
Please tell me. I believed you when you said that.
Is Cobell officially a character we're rooting for now, or is this still a part of the
that's
evil?
the fun. Again, I think that's the fun of the show is that you have people like Milchick and Cobell.
For sure.
And Helena and, all these people that you don't quite know, right? Yeah. And I like that she's always kind of had her own severed version of, even though she's not severed, that she, that she's Miss Selvig and playing his, she's kind of imagining a life as a normal person too when she's living next door to Mark. The duality thing is a big part of the characters, and I think that's fun for the audience to sit in.
Okay, can I ask you one more? Is there more to the Irv and Bert relationship that hasn't been? I'm assuming yes. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to push you. I don't want to push you. I really don't. Because
when is this thing going to be on?
It'll be on the day the last episode comes out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We will have answers by Wednesday.
Yeah. Yes. All shall be revealed.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nice.
That is good.
Yeah.
Because it feels,
I feel like where we are now.
The elevator painting with the Gemma episode all of a sudden reveals more like, yes, there's another floor to this that. All right. I'll stop.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm all over this thing, brother.
I can't tell you. I have the spoiler thing, but I just had an idea, but I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, perfect. I will tune in regardless.
Okay. Yeah. Are we going to have to wait for 3 years for season 3 to come out, or?
No. The plan is not. Definitely not.
Let's go.
Yeah. No, the plan is not, and hopefully we'll be announcing what the plan is very soon.
Awesome.
That will not be that.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll be at Grand Central Station for it.
Let's go sit in a cube together and see what happens.
Don't you threaten me with a good time. You're just gonna have it courtside at the Knicks game.
By the way, I went to a Knicks game with Taylor. She was there. This was 10 years ago, and I was there with my son, and she literally. We FaceTimed my daughter, who's a huge Swiftie at the time. She's 23 now. And we had the best time. She was incredible.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. I think the same thing. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
You're right. Maybe we can get Taylor to another Knicks game.
Yeah. Well, this is the time. You should definitely come, though, if you want to. I mean, I can hook that up.
Say no more. Say no more. You're the man.
I'm sure you would need help getting it.
I mean, it's always a little smoother when you get. You want to get it?
All right. Well, let's do it. Come on.
All right, there we go.
I'm in, dude. Okay. Dude, thank you so much.
Thanks, man. It's so great talking to you guys.
This is a dream come true, man. You've been one of the idols of everyone from the 90s growing up and all the amazing movies you did. But now it's just so cool to, see that you're every bit of a great dude as you are a great actor and director. Man.
Thanks, man. Well, it's fun for us, us talking like the Sandler, like we were working on Happy Gilmore, and it's a kick because you guys, when you were kids watching this stuff, and that it resonated, and we enjoy watching you guys do your thing.
Heck yeah.
Super cool.
I can't wait to see what Hal's got in store for us.
Yeah,
and Happy Gilmore 3
it's a little
Happy
insane.
Gilmore 2 again.
It's
yeah.
insane.
I can't wait, dude. Well, thanks again, brother.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, great talking to you.
Great talking to you. And
thanks for the waffles.
Nice.
Yeah, great waffle party. My first one. Look forward to that. Next time we'll have a cantaloupe with your face on it.
Okay. Exactly.
Watermelon. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Ben Stiller. How about that?
Man, what a guy, man. There's just some people that it's fun as hell to talk to, and the whole time you're talking to them, you're like, I can't believe I'm talking to fucking Ben Stiller.
It's amazing.
Dude. I love how he brought up Mystery Men right at the end there.
I forgot all about that movie. I even told him, I forgot you did that. But that was a funny movie.
That one's actually on. It's on cable TV a lot more than you would expect. I'll just be searching the guide on a cable network, and I'll come across Mystery Men every now and then. It's just fucking press. I'll just click on.
What was this isn't a Ben Stiller movie, but whenever I think of the superhero movies, the ones that are off the beaten trail, it's clearly they were like kind of poking fun at the superhero movies. Is it Mr. Blankman? What's the one with Doug? Do you know what I'm talking about? That's my favorite superhero movie of all time.
The Wayans brother, dude. Yeah.
I'm sorry to segue out of
Blankman was fucking hilarious.
Dude, that movie is fucking amazing.
Now that's one I'd have to rewatch.
I know we're on Ben Stiller. No,
I'd have to rewatch Blankman. I haven't seen that one in fucking forever.
What's Blankman on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, it's got to be through the roof.
12%. Critic review.
It's only funny because I didn't expect it to have a high like Rotten Tomato review, but still a classic.
I don't care what the critics say. That movie's fucking great.
Undeniable classic.
Anyways, Mystery Men, great movie. Ben Stiller's the best. Alrighty, let's get into some March Madness.
The March Madness brackets brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. That's a Kelsey favorite right there. I definitely did get my Reese's backpacks and my Reese's varsity jacket. I am not in Kansas City though right now.
I really like the seasonal Reese's cups that are the egg version. Yeah. Oh, I don't like white chocolate.
These. Oh no, these.
There they are.
Yeah.
They're a little bit thicker, a little bit more protein, a little more peanut butter to chocolate ratio.
Have you tried these? The sprinkle ones?
I haven't. I didn't see that one in there. I got to try that one out.
Ooh.
All right.
If there was a bracket of Reese's, Jason, what's in your final four?
Final four of Reese's. Everybody keeps saying, like, why do they say Reese's? I was like, I don't know, guys. That's how we fucking say it. I don't know what you want to say.
This is how I've always said it.
Everybody knows what we're talking about, so can we stop like acting like it's that big of a deal?
Yes,
just because we have an accent?
Reese's, that I'm saying it.
I'm not sorry.
Sometimes.
I'm not sorry at all. Obviously, original Reese's peanut butter cups has to be in it.
Yeah, I think they're the number one and they win it.
I don't think they win it. Reese's Pieces, or as we would call it, Reese's Pieces.
The Reese's Pieces.
Reese's,
so good.
Do not sleep on Reese's Pieces. I like Reese's Pieces better. I love Reese's Pieces.
I like Reese's Pieces in like ice cream and shit. I can't just do them just straight up.
You're fucking out of your mind. Go eat some Reese's Pieces. You'll fucking be
I know exactly. I'm in my mind, and my mind is telling me that's not how I want to enjoy my Reese's Pieces.
I mean, it's great as an additive as well, but it's also great on its own. They're fantastic. Reese's Pieces. Fast Break? Are you putting that up there? No, Take 5? Is Take 5 a Reese's? I think it is, right?
Yeah, but I'm just not up there.
Take 5 is great. You guys are out of your mind if you're not putting Take 5
I'm not saying.
It's not a Reese's product.
I think it got switched. I think Reese's bought it.
Yeah, Reese's
I think
bought
it's
it,
Reese's
but it's not
Take
a Reese's.
5 now.
Yeah, now, but that's just because they own the market.
It literally says Reese's Take 5.
Yeah,
I'm putting Reese's Take 5 in my top 4 because the Take 5 is fantastic. No. You're out of your mind if you don't have it up there.
You put Reese's. All right.
So Reese's Take 5. You're right. You're correct. I'm just going off what the nice people at Reese's sent me as a document. God damn it. Jesus.
I know my Reese's.
Have you said eggs yet?
Not yet. That was going to be my fourth one.
All right.
I was going to say Reese's eggs, not like the actual egg. I'm talking about like the.
See, this
it's
is
like
where
the
you're
Reese's
tripping.
cup, but the
one thing you ate the most of Reese's was Reese's Puffs. So you have to put Reese's Puffs in there.
Yeah.
That was the only cereal you ate, Jason.
No, you're right. I did not, in my brain, I did not equate Reese's peanut butter puffs as the candy bracket. But I think you're right.
We didn't say it was a candy bracket.
You're right. We said it's a Reese's bracket. So I think you're right. All right. So I got Reese's Original, Reese's Pieces, Take 5, and Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs. Dang. But I would like the specialty holiday Reese's.
The egg is nostalgic and it's the best.
The egg or the Christmas tree, any of that stuff where it's like because it becomes a little bit thicker and I just like the ratio better. But I can't take out the original and I'm definitely not taking out. I guess I'll take out Take 5. Gosh, I like the Take 5 though.
Back to basketball. March Madness is coming up, and man, us sports fans, we love filling out these brackets, baby. Yeah. And as we said last week, we're doing it for the first time ever. New Heights Bracket Challenge.
That's right.
And it is brought to you by Reese's or Reese's for those who want to fucking get mad at us. The men's bracket deadline is this Thursday, March 20th at noon Eastern, and the women's bracket deadline is Friday, March 21st at 11:30 Eastern. I don't know why we didn't just make them both the same time on 2 different days, but fill those fuckers out.
Yeah.
Have some fun, ladies and gents. I think we've limited it to one person per bracket. Or
that
one bracket
sense.
per person. So this isn't just you fill out 100 brackets and
improve your odds. Yeah,
improve the odds. Yeah, just put in fucking one bracket, guys. Don't be weirdos. Jason, have you filled out your bracket yet?
I have not yet.
Good. Well, you have till Thursday.
Yeah, I got time, but I would like to go over it. Do we have a bracket?
Yeah, we got some brackets. How do you make your picks since you don't watch any college basketball?
Well, as you know, playoffs always come down to the same things. Like it's all, taking care of the basketball. You gotta how well do you operate end of game situation, 2-minute drill. Like this is what it comes down to in playoff basketball.
So you're going turnover margin.
I go physicality,
all right,
toughness,
so you go height and
physicality,
weight. You look
toughness.
at the height. You look at the height of the roster.
Like I already know where's Michigan State at. Where's Michigan State? I'm putting them all the way through to the Final Four. I don't even need to see where they're at. I don't even need to see because I know Tom Izzo is going to have those guys playing hard and physical. I saw that they aren't the best 3-point shooting team, so I was like, they're in. Because all college basketball wants now is to fucking shoot these 3-pointers, and Tom Izzo's going to come. They're going to be undercutting their legs. Like, dude, you stop a 3-point shooting team, you foul the fuck out of them on that first 3-point. Yeah, give them a couple free throws. It's going to throw off the rhythm, and it's going to make them nervous every time you come out there. Right?
It's a good.
You got to make these guys pay. You used
impose
to
your will.
Pay
You got to
pay.
impose your will on finesse players. This is true.
Don't let these small shooting guards beat you in the tournament. Out physical the fuck out of these dudes.
Jason, you're the 3-point equivalent to an offensive lineman, though.
Yeah, that's what you might think. I'm not, though. I am the undersized center. I'm the Dennis Rodman of offensive line football. That's right. I'm the Draymond Green of offensive line.
Nice. Michigan State.
Yeah. That's right. Nice. I'm not the biggest guy,
Michigan
but I'm
State.
I'm gonna get in a mental
That's gold. Nice.
capacity,
I like that.
And I'm gonna impose my will on you in a weird way.
Draymond Green.
Who else we got?
We got a bunch.
All right, so this is the East. Okay, so obviously Duke. Yeah, I mean.
Well, you got the 4 play-in games too, so you can't forget about those.
I never worry about the play-in games. If you got to make it into the tournament on a play-in game, I'm not interested. Go back up, Brandon. Go back up. We're starting the East.
The
Who do you got coming out
are
of
like
East?
11 seeds. They're like they're not just the worst
seeds. If you got to be a play-in, you're out. I'm not talking to you. There shouldn't even be play-in games. All of the play-ins get eliminated in my bracket round 1 after they get in.
Well, Texas and Xavier might have something to say about that.
Damn it, Texas is in there. I like Texas a lot. Fuck! Well, rules are rules. Rules are rules. I don't make them. They just are what they are. Texas is out in round 1. Nice. All right. We got Duke against American. Doesn't even have a logo in there. It's just
this is a play-in game. That's why there's a play-in game, Jason.
All right. I don't even need to see who they're playing in. Duke's advancing. All right.
It's all matchups. I'm gonna have to fill out a bracket and figure it out. But I will make sure that you guys know I'm a big fan of the SEC games or SEC teams.
We're doing it right now, Travis.
No, we're not.
That's what this is.
No, this is us just kind of going over our bracket from here. I'm telling you who I like in the East. I'm not going to tell you exactly who I have coming out, though.
Okay, fine. All right.
I'm not going to let you fucking just copy my bracket, Jason, because you know nothing.
Let's go. I don't want to copy your bracket. I'm not. I know more about mentality and physicality, and that's all that comes down. Basketball is all about physicality.
Well,
just
physicality.
Like
Florida is one of the most is one of the biggest teams.
All right,
in
then
terms
we're picking
of height.
Florida. Florida's making it out of the
Florida's
West.
back. The
Who
Gators
else
are
we
back.
got? Memphis, Colorado State.
Memphis is solid. I think
the Terps.
Ooh, so
Maryland.
this is the West has one of my favorite teams in the NCAA right now, and that's Drake.
Drake
University. Yeah, Drake
Where
is
Drake?
They have a fun story. Their coach, is and really at least four of their players are from Division II. I think it's Northwest
I
Missouri.
Have heard this story. Yeah, I know
Northwest Missouri State.
The coach brought them all with him.
Yeah, they had a lot of transfers when the Drake coach from last year went to West Virginia. A lot of the players that were on that team kind of went on their own or did their own thing, and then the new head coach was looking for players to bring in, so he brought in his D2 guys and a couple guys from Wyoming. They got some guys that could play. Although I think Missouri is a really good team, that's going to be a tough game for them. I got a lot of that's like my Cinderella team this year.
Yeah, they're also older.
I'm rooting
right?
for them.
They're also older for a lot of the better teams in NCAA. Is that correct?
Yeah. And then on top of that,
age.
Watching Texas Tech, I know Patty Mahomes is going to love hearing this. If they can stay healthy and if they can, I think they got a fucking great coach. They got great players, a lot of athletes. They can make a run at it.
What about them Jayhawks down there? They're usually pretty good.
Yeah, Hunter Dickinson. I think Kansas, Bill Self. They're always going to be a team that you gotta account for, man. They can pull it together and make a run against anybody. So you got to keep them in mind.
Illinois, Kentucky versus Troy, UCLA, Utah State, Tennessee, Wofford.
Yeah, Jude, you'd love this. Wofford has a guy that shoots the ball, shoots free throws underhand.
No way!
I knew you were gonna love this.
I mean, I love that, but for that alone, I'm picking Tennessee. They're getting too. They're going against the trend too hard for me to go with them. They've gone. They're a little bit too gimmicky. Got to pick Tennessee in that matchup.
Man, you're hilarious, dude.
Texas A&M versus Yale. Listen, as a rule, I might almost fill out my bracket based on GPA. If a team has a higher GPA, I'm picking them to lose. And I might do that all the way through to the championship game.
Jason, we know that GPAs don't reflect actual intelligence.
Oh no, I think GPAs reflect athleticism, and typically speaking, it takes. Listen, if you're too smart, you're too hesitant to do stupid things, and you have to be willing to do stupid things.
You have to be willing.
You gotta be. You got to be willing to take a risk and take a chance and do something.
You got to be stupid enough to believe. There's no way that guy's doing
that. There's no way that guy's
stupid enough to believe.
There's no way that guy's going to try that move. Oh my God, that shit just worked. What the fuck?
And that's how I got to the NFL. So
yeah. Well, I'm picking Texas A&M versus them silver spoon fucks at Yale.
That was so uncalled for.
What is Yale's? What is their mascot? Is it just like a pencil?
I think so. The Yale 2%.
the Yale Bears.
I think it's a bulldog.
What is a Yale?
It's a bulldog.
Bulldog.
Handsome Dan.
That's a Georgia. Handsome Dan. All right. Texas A&M. That's enough shitting on Yale. All right. Texas A&M.
That was just uncalled
for. They're going to be just fine. I think. Those Yale people are going to be just fine. Yeah. Okay. Ole Miss, Iowa State, Lipscomb. I'm going to go with Iowa State. Baby.
Lipscomb. Yeah. Iowa State is sneaky. They're the ones that kicked the Bearcats out of the Big 12 tournament.
I tell you what, I always fill out my bracket based on what school I think would win in a fight. Like if I think Iowa State would beat Lipscomb, I'm going to go Iowa State.
In a fight?
Yeah. I just think, at the end of the day, the mentality of the university rubs off on the mentality of the team a lot of the times. And I just like the mentality approach because I don't know shit about basketball. So that's my only thing I can go off of. Marquette versus New Mexico. That's a tough one because New Mexico is probably pretty squirrely. Strikes me as a squirrely group. Marquette strikes me as...
Marquette's got one of the best basketball players in the country.
Marquette strikes me as a little bit of the silver spoonness. Where's Marquette at? What's
Chicago, I believe.
Chicago?
No. Is it? It's outside of Chicago, right?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
It is.
It's close.
Wisconsin.
It's close.
Close.
I don't know why I said Chicago.
All right. I respect Marquette if they're out of Wisconsin.
One of our favorite actors ever went to Marquette. Played rugby there. Denzel
Washington?
Not even Not even close.
Oh, God.
What? No. The answer is Chris Farley.
Oh, shit. I should have known that one. I should have known that one.
That was. Now I got to know, where did Denzel go?
I don't think he played rugby, though. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, man.
Denzel went to Fordham.
Fordham is Patriot League.
Oh, man. That's fucking hilarious. I know. This is so fucking funny. He was a hooper at Fordham. He was a hooper. He didn't play rugby. He was a hooper.
He's a basketball player. I don't know. That Pinky says he played football. Yeah, you've seen that, Pinky.
Wait, so Jason, we've only talked about the men's bracket. Do you use the same metric system to figure out who's going to win the women's bracket? Like, do you just look at who would win the brawl?
Oh, wow. I haven't thought about it that way. No, I don't use the same metric. Women's, I just go with, I just put UConn as the winner every single year.
I don't know if they're the same anymore.
I put UConn as the winner every single year, and that'll be until Gino retires. And then I just go based on overall team height average. Whoever's the taller team. Then I just fill it out that way.
You're fucking hilarious. I haven't peeked at the women's as much. Where's K-State? I know they won the Big 12. Nice. They're up there. 5 seed? Solid 5 seed. We do know that Juju Watkins is at the top of her game. Texas is, goddamn, they're number 1 seed. I think it's kind of fair to say they're the number 1 seeds are.
I feel like there's less upsets in the women's bracket usually than there are in like the men's bracket. Is that fair to say?
I think it's fair to say, at least for the number 1 seeds, you don't see the number 1 seeds get kicked as much as you do in the men's brackets.
In my extensive knowledge of both men's basketball and women's NCAA brackets, I like to make broad, sweeping generalizations.
Yeah, can't forget South Carolina. They've been at the top for quite a while now. They're kind of like the UConn of the modern day. They have a lot of talent there year in, year out.
Who's the tallest team women's college basketball?
Jason, this is supposed to be 45 minutes. He did 45
minutes. Well, there's no
minutes
single team in women's college basketball. Duke and Florida State are often cited as having some of the tallest players. Both teams average
isn't even
6'7.5". While there is no definitive tallest team in women's college basketball, Duke and Florida State are often cited as having some of the tallest players, both teams averaging around 6'7.5" per player. Putting Duke and Florida State, where are they at? Those are my top 2 teams in women's college basketball outside of UConn.
Where the fuck is Duke? I think they're a 2 seed. Yeah, Duke's 2 seed.
No, they're one seed in my bracket.
Okay, great. Who's your other team? Florida State?
Florida State.
6.
Dude, I feel really good about this.
I don't know. Jason's going with height. I'm going to pick the Stars. I'm putting Juju in the Final Four.
I'm going to pick the Stars as well.
I'm picking the Stars. There's like 5 or 6 real bona fide stars in that women's bracket. I'm going to go ahead and slide them on forward.
They're going to be a star until they meet that height. I'll let you know that right now. Get that shot swatted.
No,
Juju's going to go for that layup.
Paige is going to be just fine. Paige is going to be just fine. No.
All right, now that does it for March Madness Bracket Challenge, brought to you by Reese's, or Reese's, whatever one you want to call it. Winning never tasted so good. Whether you're watching the games or filling out your brackets, feed your fandom with Reese's this March Madness.
Hey-o.
Again, to enter, go to the link in the description of the episode, fill out your bracket, and you can win a New Heights Golden Cup. Man, who knows? Maybe I can fucking win one or get one of these days. And it will be filled with Reese's peanut butter cups.
Mine's filled with playing cards.
I think they threw in some Reese's eggs too. Who knows? Maybe you'll get some puffs, some Reese's Pieces. But yeah, make sure you guys fill those brackets out. Men's bracket again Thursday by noon. Women's bracket Friday by 11:30, all Eastern time. Yeah, good luck to the crew, to the 92%ers.
That wraps up another episode of New Heights. Thank you to Ben Stiller, Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel and follow New Heights on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. Please go check out our incredible guest episodes from last week, Matthew Stafford and Jason Sudeikis. You can also listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Once again, New Heights, a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Nike. When the world says you can't win, Nike says, so win. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. Ben Stiller, thank you, dude. That was a fucking blast. Thanks to our production and crew for making us all look great like we actually know what we're doing. And to the 92%ers, we'll see you guys next week. Appreciate you tuning in.